The Salvation Army in Anambra State, we have two divisions. The bigger division is Anambra West, with the headquarters here in Onitsha. So this place is the headquarters of Anambra West, which covered almost 2/3 of Anambra State in this area. Though we have a lot of schools around this area, but Salvation Army School is outstanding. One, in character-wise, appearance, behavior, and all the rest of them. Recently, about 2 weeks ago, a family all the way from north, precisely either Yola, who they're not Salvationists, but their children passed out here, and the boy made his paper. So 2 Sundays ago, the family came down from the north and did their Thanksgiving here. So because the children that pass through Salvation Army School, you can be sure of the character. There can be something tomorrow. You don't see all these scotties, stealing, or the rest of them, or children dressing anyhow. So that is prohibited in Salvation Army School. Despite a lot of schools around, but we are refused to lower our standard. So our standard keeps us ahead of others. So we are proud of Salvation Army School. We want to thank God for the development so far. If you come to this area, far back 90s, this was one of the only outstanding school we have. But now we have more than, just within our neighbor here, we have close to 30 schools. But yet the school is moving forward because people love the Salvation Army. And we started from nursery school. From there, we moved to primary, from primary to secondary. We have license to take the junior WAEC. And recently, this year, God answered us the prayer by granting us the request. So today, by this August, the first set will sit for their WAEC here. So it's just because of the good name and the quality of students that come out of this place in terms of moral life, intelligence, and all the rest of them. So in this vicinity, the Salvation Army School is a standing school. So we take NECO, we take WAEC, we take General WAEC, and all the rest of them. The Bible said that we should not be ignorant of the devices of the enemy. One, in as much as we are trying our best to mold character here, but physically, we're also doing our best. We have security, and then security with gun. So that alone can even make children to comport themselves. So I think for the past few years we are here, there's no story like that. You can't say maybe they're stealing somewhere, whatever, and it's children that from Salvation Army. No, they are not. I think that one makes us to be ahead of others.
I will just give a brief history of the school because the school actually was started by retired Major Silas Olebunne, 1991, the nursery section of it, and the school continued to grow until about 2013 when the secondary school started, and since then they have been doing well. Yeah, when we came in here, there were a lot of challenges which we met, but through the help of THQ, through our divisional commander, the issue of flooding was overcame because flood was the main problem we were having here. Flood will enter inside the school rooms and classes, spoiled a lot of books, which my DC reported to territorial headquarters. They are still on it, but some time ago they sent money, and the compound was reflooded, and the flood was controlled. During that period, we lost a lot of students because, especially in the primary and nursery section, because the flood will enter inside the classes, and at times it will be up to the waist of the teachers. It wasn't a very good experience. But after the control, some of them came back. We are still recovering from that incident. But we want to thank God that also our students are doing well in their WAEC. And we are one of the best schools around here that our students used to make their papers during WAEC. This year, we are going to be having the first WAEC examination here in our hall here, because we have been enrolled and given the permission to take WAEC examination here. And by next year, we will also take both WAEC and NECO examination. That's part of their achievement. And it was started by my predecessor, the secondary school section that is still ongoing. It's still at the first floor. It's a 3-story building, and we are believing God that as money comes in, we will be able to make it up. I want to appreciate the leadership for the installation of 11 desktop computers. They established our computer lab, very active, with a printer and a photocopy machine. Our students are doing well, but we would like them to assist us. That construction, that 3-story building, if there's anything they can do on it, because the space we have is no longer enough for our students, especially the secondary school. So we are squatting them, and it's not that okay for them. So if they can help us to complete that structure, that we'll be very happy, and it will be a very big plus to the Salvation Army, even in this Onitsha. We have all the sciences. We have science laboratory. We have chemistry and the biology lab. We have physics and all the rest, all the sciences. We are doing it, and we have as students also. They are doing well. I would like to say that God has been helping us, because if not for God, during the COVID-19, it affected everywhere. It also affected us. Most of our teachers left, entered market. This is Onitsha, a very commercial city. Most of our teachers, because it was a very long stay at home, they entered market, and when we reopened, they never came back. Some secondary school students also left, but we are still on the recovery aspect of it. I am believing God that as we enter the next section, everything will change for good.